I've always had an interest in participating in the community. And I guess that's a gift from my parents, because they did the same thing. I'm an Army brat, and since I was born at Ladd Army Hospital in the city of Fairbanks, U.S. territory of Alaska. I've been in military communities all my life, including as part of my Army career. After I retired from the Army, I had an interesting situation. A couple months after I retired, my dad had a stroke. I became his full-time caregiver. Dad always used to go to all the Planning and Zoning Commission meetings and all these council meetings. And of course, since he wasn't able to drive, I ended up taking him, and I developed an interest of the issues within the city. I had no real intention of ever running for mayor. I wanted to spend 2 terms on the council, but the previous mayor appointed me as his mayor pro tem, and I enjoyed working with him in the job. And I think that prepared me to be an effective mayor. 3 terms as mayor, the good people of Sierra Vista selected me to serve them to do that.
The unique thing about this city and the fort is that you can't decouple them. More than 3/4 of the people that come through our gates every day live outside of Fort Huachuca, meaning that they live in all the different communities, but mostly Sierra Vista. So without the city of Sierra Vista, there is no Fort Huachuca and vice versa.
Mayor Mueller has been an unfailing supporter of Fort Huachuca and the military missions here. His leadership style is just incredible for what has occurred here in Sierra Vista. He not only represents us on a national level, leading delegations to Washington to bring up the concerns of the fort and the soldiers and their families here, but he served on the Governor's Military Affairs Commission, very in tune with working legislative issues on behalf of Fort Huachuca. We're also home to the Upper San Pedro River and the San Pedro Riparian National Conservation Area. So the fort and that area are inextricably tied because of the water issues involved with trying to protect and preserve that natural habitat.
Ever since I was an Eagle Scout, I've been interested in the environment. That's not focusing on just the environment is not the key. We have to focus on how we save the environment and how we live effectively. And if you look at what we've done across the city, with the way we've done zoning, the way we have requirements for saving water at residences and commercial areas, we've gone a long way, and we're ahead of most cities in Arizona on water conservation.
One of the things that makes this town and this area, this symbiotic relationship between the city and the fort unique is the fact that the community is so welcoming. I mean, if you've been to communities outside of other military installations, they may not be as welcoming, but clearly the city of Sierra Vista, and a lot of that comes from the leadership of former Mayor Mueller.
Even though I'm no longer the mayor, I see a bright future for our community. And the reason I see a bright future for our community is we have folks that are focused on the needs of the public, focused on the needs of the nation, and focused on the needs of the defense. We are a defense community to the core.